Hey there, YouTube. It's me, back with another video, sponsored video that is. So today's sponsor in this video is regarding the OGERY Camping Fan, right? It's a lithium powered battery operated fan. So I've been messing around and playing with this fan for more than 2 weeks now, because I wanted to make sure I give a really good review of it. Again, you all know I will not review anything that I cannot give my honest opinion on, right? So they're gonna accept my honest critique. My honest critique. All right, so here's some things that really stuck out to me regarding this fan. One of those things is battery life. Listen, I'm one of those people who, when we sold our home in order to move into an RV, I knew I had to adjust to certain things, especially when I knew I was gonna be living off grid. I had to adjust to the fact that I'm used to having a fan going when I sleep. I don't like sleeping hot. I don't like sleeping when it's like 85 degrees or more, right? And then for whatever reason, the feeling of a fan and the sound of the white noise of a fan puts me out. So for the longest, I was sleeping without it. So then this fan came, right? One of the biggest plus, battery life. This thing blowing and running all night from 100%, and I kid you not, it only drops down to maybe 75% when I wake up. This thing has been helping me sleep a lot better for my use, right? So that's a big plus right now, is the battery life. And on top of that, it's a pretty big battery in this thing, right? 20,000 milliamps, and it takes up to 4.5 hours of fast charging to charge. Another thing that I like about this thing is the light that's on the fan. Some of you all know who live full-time RV and off-grid. Listen, especially in an RV, you ain't trying to get up, step all the way up, get all the way out the bed and press a light on the ceiling. I don't know about anybody else's, but I don't have a light switch. I have to get up and press each individual circle light on that ceiling. And the big plus is this thing has a nice light on it, and with 3 different levels, from you know, kind of dim just enough to look around to bright when you're trying to find something that you lost, right? That's another perk that I like about this. Of course, the oscillation. I love the fact that this is an oscillating fan, right? Definitely helps, especially in the RV, with moving some air around, making sure you're not in a stale, stiff air. So that's another perk. Something else that you can pay attention to is if you look on the back, that right there is where that handy dandy remote. Yep, it came with a remote, which means if you have it sitting somewhere else and you're laying down and you want to be lazy and don't feel like getting up, you can just pull that remote out and go ahead and make all the changes that you want to make on this thing. And that's one of the things that I love about this fan. If you look at the back of the fan, I'm gonna show you right here in the clip, you'll see a out and a in/out, right? That in/out is the USB-C where you would charge the device. But guess what? With a 20,000 milliamp battery, it can charge your device. And that's another thing I like, that this can second as a backup battery for your devices in emergency situations. And that's one of the things I like about anything that's lithium ion in the first place, is that they're making these products to where they can work both ways. Even if you don't want to use it for a fan today, you're out and your battery's getting low while you out camping on your cell phone and you know you need that, guess what? You can pull from this fan and recharge your cell phone. Huge plus in my book. Now looking at the controls, you'll see that you have one big dial. This one big dial, you could either turn it to turn the fan off or turn it on to turn it to the right to turn the fan on. And when you turn this thing to the right multiple times, that's how you go from the fan speed. You'll see here is 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. And right above that is also the power of the battery. And right on the other side of that switch, you'll see a timer for how long the fan can run, and it could cut off on its own in order to preserve power. Or you can see that the oscillating degrees, from 30 degrees all the way to 120 degrees, this thing can oscillate. And that's what I like about it. And it's simply just done with the push of a button. And that little button right there with the moon and the 2 stars, that's perfect for me. While you're going to sleep and you don't want no annoying light that distracts you, you're somebody like me who like it dark, that right there turns off all the display lights at the front while the fan's still going, so you can make sure you can get you a nice amount of sleep. I'm telling you, so far, I'm liking this fan. My biggest use or desired use of the fan, in all honesty, was to use it in my hot tent. That's what I'm gonna call it moving forward. It's the hot tent, that's what we're gonna call it. And I really wanted it to be able to move some air around in the tent because it gets hot in there. I haven't found anything yet that really cools it off, but having this fan has made it a little bit easier with having moving air as opposed to just sitting in hot, stale air. So there was some improvement on that nature. Now, in temperatures where it's like 70s and 60s and things of that nature, I think this thing will come in handy big time if you want to move some air around and cool yourself off. But like triple digits, which is what we've been getting here lately in New Mexico, outside, hasn't been very beneficial, especially dealing with this dry heat. Another thing, and this is a feature that I don't use on the fan much, I'm gonna try it out, but if you look right here on the back, you can see this hook. And what this hook does is you can actually hook this fan up in your tent. We know a lot of our tents, you all come with those little D-rings at the top of the tent, some in the very center, some at the edge of the tents in various places. You can hook this fan and be able to have it hanging on a D-ring, pointed in your direction in order to keep you cool. And another feature I had to mention, aside from it being able to oscillate, is the fan can tilt. So you can basically tilt this thing in as many directions as you need in order to make sure that you're nice and that you're comfortable. So overall, in all honesty, I like the fan. I like the fan. Honestly, I think it's worth the purchase, and I think it's very well priced in my opinion. Shoot, even for a backup battery, this thing is pretty good. That's just my opinion. So go check the fan out. I think some of you all really get a kick out of it, especially if those of you who actually go camping. For those of us that live off grid, I said it in videos before and I'm gonna say it again. Nothing beats having extra batteries. Nothing beats having extra battery power. Nothing beats having extra things to be able to charge your devices. So if you don't like the fan and you're not a fan of the light, which I think is a really good light on it, you also got a power bank. So I'm gonna give this one a thumbs up. I think it's worth the buy. I found use for it, especially it's been helping me sleep at night. It's been nice to finally get that white noise and get the air blowing in my face to help me fall asleep and sleep a lot more comfortable. Due to having, limited power using solar, one of my biggest things was I didn't want to plug up a fan and have a fan running all night, so this really came in handy not having to draw from my system. And then the best part is during the day when I'm getting the maximum amount of sun, that's when I plug this up and have it charged up, because I have 600 something watts coming into my power station and only a couple hundred going out, so it's not really depleting my power station. And that's typically when I choose to charge all of my devices and keep them going. So with that, wasn't really a long video. I just wanted to get to the point. OGERY fan, listen you all, I give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and cop this thing. It's nice and I think it's worth it. Shout out to the Homestead Angels and shout out to the Homestead Homies. Thank you all for watching the video. Put your comments down below and let me know your thoughts on the device and let me know your thoughts on the fan. With that, hey guys, next time.